Continuing here under green, lap 19. Glenn Jarrett's down on the pit lane.
Yeah, Eli, one of the cars that we're seeing when we're watching Mike McLaughlin on the racetrack, the 17 car, Tim Fiedel, excuse me, Matt Kenseth, the points leader of the Busch Series, had some problems late yesterday afternoon in practice. He blew the engine that they were going to run in the race. They had to put the backup engine in, which turned out to be the one that he used at Charlotte last week to finish third. So they pulled it right out of the car and put it right in this car. He had no laps on that engine before the race today, but he said they normally run those engines twice. They only changed valve springs. They did that, so he doesn't expect any problems out of it. So far, so good.
Not so far so good for Johnny Benson, though. Number 33 out of the groove, losing 4 spots, while Dick Trickle leads on a sun-drenched day in Dover, Delaware.
Jr. looks like he's
well when you do that. Hey, is that loud enough?
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
The killer.
Mikey got by that group.
Mikey's trying to high group. He's moved up out of the lobby just a little bit. He likes to do that. I taught him that.
I hear you.
Wherever everybody else is, you go the opposite place, you'll be all right.
Yeah, it's hard to pass a guy if you're running the same groove he is,
That's
huh?
right.
Earnhardt Jr. will be a good car to keep an eye on. He's moving up pretty well.
You know, Tony Sr.'s dad passed away this week.
Yeah.
Tony Urie's dad passed away.
You know his name, don't you? Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah. He was a plumber in Kannapolis. Also, he drove race cars for years. And Dale Earnhardt Sr., he built motors, Ralph.
Really?
Ralph Earnhardt did.
Yeah, we'll mention that a little later on.
Yeah.
All right.
I talked to Tony about that. He said Charlotte was a tough time for him.
Yeah, his mom, Jean, died this race week a year ago.
Yeah.
In the fall.
Look at Earnhardt.
Look at Michael. He's up in the he's 145 a leader. He's closing down on that front crowd there. Yeah. Mikey.
Okay. He's coming. I tell you, he's flying. Right on the bottom.
See what he's
He
running.
and Kenseth started side by side. Look where Kenseth's at, and then look where Earnhardt's at.
But look, he still ain't fast as Michael. Michael's 145. He's 143. Where y'all coming from anyway?
Hey, Ned.
Come on, Ned. Well, look, he's pulling away from him, and y'all want to watch him. What's wrong with y'all?
High above the Monster Mile, that red number 5 is Dick Trickle. The blue and green is Kevin Grubb. They are separated by half a second. They then have about 0.8 of a second on Kenny Irwin, then David Green, and Michael Waltrip, who on the computer right now, DW, is the quickest guy on the racetrack. But the number 3, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's on the move, trying to tuck inside of Stanton Barrett to grab 6th position.
Eli, that car is wicked fast right around the bottom of the racetrack. You can see the left front. Now, he'll pull her down as he starts off the corner there. He's got a great line off that racetrack.
Yeah, he's running real low, Dale Jr. is, and then Michael's kind of moved up and got him a little bit higher line. So they're running 2 totally different lines around the racetrack, and both closing down on the lead.
Kenny Wallace of the 25. He'll make the move inside of Stanton Barrett now in that channel lock car. Mike Dillon closing in the rear flank. Just underway, 28 laps of 200 in the NBNA Platinum 200 here on TNN Motorsports. Eli Gold, Buddy Baker, Darrell Waltrip, Glenn Jarrett, Rob Shaheen. Tomorrow, that same crew, plus Steve Burns and Dr. Dick Berggren for Winston Cup Racing, the NBNA Platinum 400 tomorrow. Trouble, turn 4. That's Steve Grissom, who tags the wall. How many times have we seen guys hit the wall off turn 4? And you can clearly see that Steve Grissom has himself a situation that he's going to get out of in a hurry, running 34th at the time of that accident.
Eli, you hardly ever see a fuel cell lose enough fuel out like that to create a fire. But as you notice, it's not getting any worse right now.
No,
they need to get there and do something, because it's going to get worse.
Steve, he needs to probably hop out of that thing, because it could go up, and he's just taking his time. He's not getting in any hurry at all.
Well, right in the back part of the car there, you have several fittings that go into the tank itself. The tank's probably still in good shape, but those fittings around the top there probably got off the top of the fuel cell.
More than likely the dry brake, which is right over in here. Boy, I love this thing. It works neat. Right over in there, probably some fuel on that hose that goes down to the cell. That hose may have gotten a hole knocked in it and let a little fuel out of it, but that's not a big deal, really. At least it isn't right now.
But there you see Steve Grissom walking away, the veteran from Gadsden, Alabama. The fourth retiree of the event. See, we can see here, he's already up into the wall. But how many times, I remember Kenny Schrader he took maybe one of the worst licks of his career at that corner. Rusty Wallace has over the years. A lot of guys have. Hermie Sadler did.
Eli, what happens there is you once get out of the groove here, the top part of the racetrack has a lot of buildup on it, a lot of dust, a lot of rubber dust up on the top edge there. Once you get out of the groove, you're on your way to the wall.
So we are under the second caution flag of the afternoon, lap 31 here at Dover Downs International Speedway. The pole sitter still pacing the field.
Trying to explain that to somebody, it's like your driveway, where you run back and forth out of your driveway.
Brought to you by LA West Luxury Van. Available at select dealerships nationwide. Call for a free video. 800-786-VAN. Radio communications are provided by Racing Radios. For all of your radio communications needs as well as scanners, call on Racing Radios at 1-800-669.
That's a good one.
$10.
I love that.
All right. On to Jeep. Yeah, not yet.
You want to? You? Sound like... Uh-oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Bada boom, bada bing.
An act.
Brought to you by LA West Luxury Van. Available at select dealerships nationwide. Call for a free video. 800-786-VAN. Radio communications are provided by Racing Radios. For all of your radio communications needs as well as scanners, call on Racing Radios at 1-800-669-1522. And by Featherlight, the official trailer of NASCAR, CART, IRL, NHRA, ASA, and World of Outlaws. Remember to call Featherlight for all your trailer and motor coach needs at 800-800-1230.
Want to remind everybody that TNN Motorsports is now offering official NASCAR collectibles, including the exact die-cast replica of the Dale Earnhardt Flashback Wrangler Monte Carlo. To order that car or any of the great NASCAR products you might want, call TNN Motorsports toll-free at 1-877-TNN-1999. TNN Motorsports, your NASCAR connection. Still working caution. Ralph Shaheen is down near the Dale Earnhardt Jr. pit area.
Eli on top of the box is Tony Eury Sr., the man in charge of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car. Tony, your guy's coming on pretty strong. How's the car right now?
The car is pretty good right now. Sliding around a little bit, but that's pretty typical here at Dover on the concrete. We're just trying to bide our time and get through that traffic there and get back up the front. We got a little loose qualifying to end up back in the back a little ways, but car's real good right now. We'll probably make a few changes here when we stop. Right now, it's pretty good.
What kind of changes do you think you'll make at this point?
Well, the racetrack's going to tighten up. It always does, and we'll probably have to free it up a little bit after it gets going here a little bit.
Eli, a heavy day for Tony Eury Sr. as well today, as you know, at the passing of his father.
Indeed, Ralph Eury passed away earlier this week, and all of us want to send our condolences to the family of Tony Eury, and of course Ralph Eury was a pretty darn good racer in his own right, buddy.
Yeah, he was. He's a plumber from Kannapolis, North Carolina, and he raced against Ralph Earnhardt. As a matter of fact, that whole family, they're all family, as a matter of fact. Tony Eury and Dale Earnhardt married sisters at one time in their life. So, I mean, it's a very close group there, and last week had to be very difficult for him. We'll miss Ralph Eury.
Indeed so. There's Dale Earnhardt Jr. The race leader, meanwhile, is Dick Trickle, who last year finished 12th and 42nd in the two races here at the Monster Mile. But, Glenn, maybe today's the day again for Mr. Wisconsin.
Well, you know, Eli, it could be. The car has seemed to perform flawlessly so far. In fact, we've been listening to to Dick and his crew chief, Brian Schaefer's radio conversation, and Brian asked him under that caution, Dick, how's the car doing? And Dick all of it. He said, well, you know, it's pretty good. It's not loose or anything. And, you know, in fact, Brian, it's pretty doggone good. He said, I haven't even had to run it hard yet. So, you know, he's out there led every lap so far and hadn't even really pushed the car. So I don't know if these guys got anything for him or not. Right now, it doesn't look to be. Another guy that's impressing me awfully lot is Kevin Grubb, the guy running in second. He's the only Busch Series regular right now running in the top 5. So great job by Kevin early on here.
But again, it is still early as they load the Steve Grissom car up onto the rollback. We're going racing here in just a few laps as we continue under yellow at Dover. Out so we can get ahead.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
that's good.
Yeah, a lot of commercials.
Yeah, they want to get them ahead.
That's good. We can stay with the racing, so. This ought to be good when Mikey and
yeah, they've closed.
Earnhardt and all that bunch. And there's Kenny Wallace right with them.
Yeah.
This will be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
But on Mike, if you need to say anything.
Anybody? Good work in the pits.
Well, it used to be right down here.
I think I'm just going to catch him at the halfway point here, Glenn, because I think they probably took Steve to the medical center for a checkup.
Yeah, there's only one, isn't there? One down here in Winston Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
One to go.
I'll catch him here. This way I can kind of watch my half of the pitch, too, and then we'll get him.
Where are you standing, Ralph, so I'll know?
Right now, I'm just in front of the flag stand, Eli, straight across from it, waving at you. Just
okay, I got you.
By Michael Walters.
I got you, thanks.
Why doesn't anybody want to know where I am?
Because I know where you are.
Oh, okay, bye.
Where is he?
Okay.
He's out there somewhere.
Hey, Glenn, he's trying to pick one with you.
I felt overlooked, buddy.
He's out there somewhere.
He's fixing to work on you.
It's easy to overlook me from way up there.
Ah.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Eli.
Thank you.
I knew you guys wanted to talk about Ralph Fury, so I figured I'd just kind of
I appreciate that.
lob that out there, and then you guys could fill in the blank.
Oh, it was a really beautiful segue.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. I'm going to ask him why Dick Trickle's not having to drive so very hard, him leading, and his response is it's much easier to lead than it is to race back in the group. You race the track and run a perfect lap.
Must have been why my race career was so tough, because I never led. I knew I was working hard out there, man.
Coming to the green flag, we'll ride with Matt Kenseth. Good scramble, third and fourth. David Green's got it. And back one spot goes Kenny Irwin in the 11th.
And Earnhardt Jr. right now looking over Irwin as they come off the corner there. Irwin looking in his mirror, sees he's already up beside him going into turn 3.
And here's your brother, DW. Here comes Michael.
Ooh, Mikey, be careful right there. There's only enough room for one fender, not two.
The Kingsford car looking at a line. That's Mike Dillon. That orange machine. The 25 is Kenny Wallace. 21, Michael Waltrip. There's the lead now. Kevin Grubb tightening it up on Dick Trickle.
They must have called him, told him that 3 car was coming, because it looks like he's turned the heat up just a little bit on Trickle. He may have to step up the pace a little bit.
There you see NASCAR timing and scoring. Brought to you by MCI WorldCom. You'll see who's where, and of course the logos to the right of the names, what type of automobile. There are Pontiac and 2 Chevys. Ward Burton, you see 3 Chevys being displayed there, 19th, 20th, and 21st.
I tell you, Kevin Grubb's car is really, really fast in the center of the corner. Trickle seems to be a little faster down the straightaways, but Grubb really hustles it through the corner.
Watching these guys go through there.